It's good to see everyone tonight. Hope you've had a good day. I know many of you, I'm not going to mention any names, but many of you are old enough to remember the television program, What's My Line? I see some smiles out there. Ran from 1950 to 1967. And if you remember, and I see some of the kids with a puzzled look on their face, now they've never heard of it, but I can still remember that at my grandmother's on a black and white TV screen. Didn't really appeal to me as a kid, but it was a very popular program, one of the most popular game show programs that's ever aired on primetime television. And if you remember the program, there were 10 panelists. They were blindfolded, and they would ask a series of 10 questions to a visiting contestant. And they were trying to determine what that person's job was. And if the contestant was able to answer those 10 questions, no, he automatically won. But on the other hand, if they were able to guess what his or her occupation was, he lost and they won. And there were a lot of famous celebrities, and some of them weren't that famous, I guess, back then, but today they would be, such as Ronald Reagan. Eleanor Roosevelt was on there. Lucille Ball, John Wayne, a whole host of people. And again, it was quite a popular program as they would ask questions and try to determine these people's occupation or this individual's occupation. And as I was thinking about that, I was wondering, what if we as children of God, what if we as Christians had to play a what's my line with our neighbors, our co-workers, our friends? Not necessarily blindfolded, but if they could ask us questions, knowing nothing about our spirituality, knowing nothing about our Christian commitment or anything like that, just suppose they started asking us questions and we could only answer yes or no. Do you read the Bible daily? Yes or no. Do you pray on a regular basis? Yes or no. Do you attend all of the services of the church? Yes or no. Do you give liberally as you've been prospered? Yes or no. And based upon these answers, they would decide, well, yeah, he's a Christian. He's a non-Christian. He's a believer. He's an unbeliever, whatever. Would they be able to guess our spiritual occupation based upon the questions that I've just mentioned and others that could be asked? And while we're not in a game show setting, and nobody's really asking us these questions outright, there is a sense in which we are engaged in this daily, because think about it, your coworkers, your classmates, your neighbors, your friends, even people that don't know you, they're forming judgments about you by the interactions that they have with us. And what conclusion will they draw? Would our neighbors know that we're Christians because they see us leaving for worship? Dress, it's pretty obvious. See, people are going to worship on Sunday morning. They leave every Sunday about the same time, and they're dressed up and maybe carrying a Bible under their arm, and so they're going to church. They must be Christians. Or at work, they hear, or they fail to hear, profanity, vulgar stories. And what conclusion? Well, he or she must be a Christian because they don't talk like the other people. They don't fly off the handle, lose their temper, and become angry and use profanity. And so you see, there is a sense in which people are judging our spiritual occupation by our words, by our actions, both positive and negative. And, it's really a very serious matter. We need to remember the Lord's words of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 16. Even so, let your light so shine before men. But it doesn't stop there. Why should we let our light shine? That they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. That's what it's all about, being a good example, letting others see Christ living in us. It's not a matter of seeing me. It's a matter of them seeing Christ reflected in my life, in my words, in my actions. And so again, I simply ask you, do people know that we're Christians by the kind of lives that we live, the things that we do? I realize it's possible to fool some people. We may fool parents, we may fool our spouse, we may fool the preacher, the elders, whoever, into thinking that we're something that we're not. But God is not mocked, the scriptures tell us. God isn't fooled. He can see through pretense, through hypocrisy, and He knows what we are. And so if you're not living the Christian life the way that you ought to, if you're not letting your light shine, let me encourage you to do something about it. Begin doing so. Or if you've not begun living the Christian life, let me encourage you to become a Christian while there's time and opportunity, while you still have life and breath. And you can make that good confession based upon your faith in Jesus Christ. You can repent of your sins and turn from them and be baptized for the forgiveness of your sins. Tonight, if you're subject to this invitation of Christ, let me encourage you to come while we sing the song that's been announced.